Hello, 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 friends. Happy Sunday and happy Mother's Day to all the priceless mothers in the world. So, hope that you are having a wonderful day, and we'll have a few moments to share with you. And that's always so great. And it's just a pleasant day for me, of course. It is a beautiful Sunday in Maryland, and of course, sun is shining. Sun is shining. So, before we get all overwhelmed with happiness, I I want to invite you to answer a question. And of course, the question is about you. Is that a surprise? What do you think today about your place in space in the world? So we've invited nurses, even healthcare providers, and regular people. This really is just a question, I want to say, for today. We're in 2025. And what do you think about your place and space in the world? How do you feel? And what can be weighing you down today? And if you can think of a something, I hope it's only one, because the world is it's so crazy. It's so crazy. So, what has even been a challenge for you yesterday? And will that same thing be a challenge tomorrow? What do you feel about your place and space? And are you still in the same place as yesterday? Or are you still thinking about the same things as yesterday and even the day before? The things that are weighing you down. I know there is so much in the world, and who knows what will happen tomorrow? But we know that even days before and years before, we've had some challenges in our lives and some challenges in the world. So, what do you feel about your own challenges and the space, as I call it, the space and the place that you're in? Do you believe that there's maybe only one little teeny tiny challenge that you're facing and you really haven't yet, and it's still there? It's still there. Do you believe that you can overcome any of them? If you only have one, woo, you are probably woo, having a fairly great life. But there are some more of us that are still fighting to get over those challenges. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. And really, a lot of your challenges, really, you've already, and I'm almost going to say almost known. And you've just kind of put them to the side, you've dismissed them, but they're not gone. So what now? What now? Have you just given up on dealing with these challenges? And if you are weighing those items at this time, you're probably considered some of them not so bad, and maybe you've forgotten some of the others. But let's talk about that, because even if you will dream that some of your challenges are gone, or even your times with your greatest adversaries are gone, that might not be true. It might be that you are just saying, not dealing with that right now. Now, what does that mean? So, what are your next steps in the status of those challenges? Are there things that you're not sleeping? You're just challenged with some things at work. You're overweight. You've just got a bad diagnosis. What is it that you must address next? What is it? Some of the things that are just recurrent and they're in your life every day. Now, when are you going to actually address these items, these things that make you not have such a good day? We'll call that, as we do, we'll call that pain. And so, how do you overcome some of these challenges? How do you meet the odds that are just peeking around to see if you're still there, to see if you've had a plan to address them, or you're just sitting in the cubbyhole waiting for tomorrow, and maybe those challenges will be gone. Maybe they'll be gone. Now, how long have you been saying that? Or are you just giving up? As I say, giving up the ghost. Do you think that you can address one of those challenges and make that a thing of the past? No more dealing with those issues at work. No more dealing with the person who really has been a challenge for you at the workplace. What have you decided to do about any of these challenges? Because if you're still waiting for them to dissolve or disappear, has that been something that you expect? Or is it something that you dream? It's time to make a decision on what you're going to do about this age-old challenge, which has now become your foe. It is your adversary. And you choose what? To hide away from your pain. You know, I have my own words to say about pain and power, but also pain and pleasure. How can you be your best you if you are struggling with the pain in your life? That pain that is your foe and your adversary. And you are still waiting. But let me tell you, today is the time to make a decision, because it is not fair to you, yourself, your body, to leave the foe fending itself against you without your body and or your brain giving access to joining the battleground spaces and fighting back. What can you do to make a change? You cannot exist in the pain all alone for a long time. Your body will just leave you and say, I've had enough. I'm going away. I'm going away. Physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. And you have not made a decision to make a change. What can you do to make a change? And today, we will talk about belief, belief, and how belief leads to change. You've got to make a change in these areas of your life that have become your adversary. And those areas look at you every day, every morning, and say, well, there she is. She's in that closet again. Yay! We've got her. We've got her sadly sitting in the closet, not thinking for a moment that she can do anything to change her life. Nothing? Well, how long has this been happening? Weeks? Months? And she's been sadly sitting in the closet waiting for change. Well, change is waiting for you. Change is waiting for you to make a move. Change is waiting for you to make a decision. And change won't happen until or unless you believe that you can change it. You must consider your next steps. You can't just sit like a statue for the next 2, 3 days, weeks, months. You've got to make a change. And your change can only come when you make a decision. A decision is your next step to dealing with your challenges. You will be in the same sad place if you choose to do nothing. And change may only come to us when we decide that we can or should make a move. And there are some ways that you can do that, but let's make sure that you understand that you cannot let fear get in the way. And that's one of the things that probably has kept you in that closet. You're not sure you can do it. You're not sure that you can make a change. You're not sure that you are worthy of the change. And how long are we going to accept that negative thought? Don't let anyone tell you that you are not deserving of change, or that it's too hard for you, or that the weight is way too heavy for you to lift and get rid of. You have to know who you are and believe in yourself and that power to get rid of that pain that's been following you all day, all week, all month, maybe even all year. It is not your pleasure, and you have the power to determine and decide on making a change in dealing with that negative place, that pain. You have got to make your decision, and the time is now. The time to change. It is your adversary still lurking around, waiting for you to just give up. Just give up. You're not going to move forward. You're not going to be that beautiful ballet dancer or that attorney or finish your college degree or any of those things that you had thought about at some time ago. They were on your mind as goals until some adversary told you that you weren't enough. You weren't good enough. You weren't smart enough. You were not enough. But it's time. It's time for you to make a change. And that change is your transformation. Transformation is change. But that doesn't mean that transformation is the start. Transformation is your reward. It is the gift of change that will bring you to meeting your goals. So you say transformation. Well, why would I think about transformation? Well, why would I consider transformation? Well, we know that transformation is about change. And we would consider transformation, we will consider it as a positive. And that can be the steps to your visits and life on Pleasure Island. We've talked about Pain Island before, and that's the place that your adversary hangs out. That Pain Island. And that adversary is creeping up on you because they know that you feel sad when people say that you're overweight or you're not enough or some so and so said so and so about you, whatever it is. Why would you want to stay there in that painful place? The painful place where you're stuck. It's time for you to get out of that place. Because we know, and you know, we've all had some challenges in life and some pain that holds us back at certain times or certain places. You may have been meeting the same adversaries for a long, long time, and you just decided that this is something that you can't overcome. But that is not true unless you believe it to be true. So at those times you kind of put your pain back in the closet and you see your adversary lurking over you, but you don't tell anyone. You're sad and you hide it. And you hide your challenge. But know this. Hiding is not the answer. That can lead you to nothing, to no place, to the same place you're in right now. And that space is governed by fear. Fear and terror. Fear and terror are holding you back. You see this challenge every day, but you won't stand up to it. You won't face it because you're not ready or willing to make a change. The decision is yours. You're not the only one in the world who has ever had a challenge. I've had my own, and I know that it is not a good place to be, and even a worse place to inhabit or stay. You don't want to be stuck in that place where your sadness and your terror can even lead to panic and anxiety. And no one wants to be stuck there, because the time that you stay stuck, when it's obvious that you're still in that terrible place and pain is overcoming you, it's hard. It's hard to move, and it's hard to think, and it's hard to even make decisions. Even the decision about when you're going to change. That's a decision. And we sometimes struggle with making a decision and leaving it on the plate and say, okay, well, I'll do it later. And you just decide that you're just going to give up. You're going to give up trying to make a change. But you know the truth. The truth is, this is not your first go round with your challenge, with your adversary, with the folks who don't believe that you are good enough. And that's what they'll tell you. You know that you must make the decision. No one else can make it for you. It is up to you to make a decision to change. And that requires you to come to grips with what's going on in your life. The challenger, the adversary, has been in your life so long that you might have forgotten how long that's been. And that is not the best place for you to be. No one wants to live on Pain Island. So we have got to do something. Is that right? Is that true? Or shall we, just take a break and face it later? Well, time out for giving up. Time out for giving up. You deserve better. You deserve the best life that you have dreamed of, or that you have set as a goal so many years ago. You deserve it. But we've spent more than the first day in our lives dealing with the same old challenges. And it doesn't make us feel good. So what can you do to get rid of this sneaky little demon who's always spying on you and always coming your way and always hoping and wishing, because they know they set us up to be sad, to have pain, and to do nothing about the change? Well, that's not fair for you. We talked about your body and the responses to that adversary. It's not what you deserve. And that sneaky little demon, that challenge, is looking over you saying, well, pretty good here. We got her. We'll never let her go, and we'll never let her make a change or make a difference, because she's not ever going to be enough anyway. You've been there before. You've been there. And so have so many other people in the world, and even probably in your life space. You are not the only one. You're not. And you can find help to deal with that demon. Deal with that demon. Change comes when you believe. Change comes when you believe. You might not know exactly what it is, what the recipe is, what time, what day it will happen, but it will not happen until you believe. Until you believe that you can, change will be in the next room waiting for you to decide if you're going to make a decision or not. You have to believe that you can make the change. You've got to want to make the change. That adversary won't go away. You'll be on Pain Island for day after day and weeks and months and hopefully not years. But if you've made a decision, you must follow through with action. And you've got to want to move forward to make the change. And that requires you to believe that you can and that you stay focused on the ability to change. Don't make yourself think, okay, yesterday I made the decision, but now today I'm back to, well, I don't know if I can do it. You've got to focus on taking those next steps to getting rid of that demon, that adversary, that challenger. And you can, if you believe. When you believe, things will change in your life. And it's not that the adversary or the pain is so heavy that you can't do it, because there's help for you. There is help for you. And remember, you are not alone. There are so many others who have been where you are now. Take a moment to think about even some places or people that you don't know that have exhibited some areas of challenge, and not to their comfort, whether it is the price of eggs today or the storms that have come or are coming. There are so many people who are where you are now. Remember that when we started our little get together today, we were looking for the road to pleasure, getting rid of pain, getting rid of the adversary, the demon. We said, question. I asked a question, right? So, do you believe that the pain and the challenge, the burden, is something that you want to get rid of? And if so, do you want to take action? You've got to know in yourself that you are willing to take action. Do you believe that you can be happy? Can you be happy? Will you let your burden hold you back? Hold you back from your steps to Pleasure Island, where you can be happy if you believe. Change will come as you believe. Do you believe that you can move that mountain? That mountain, that demon, that tragedy back in your middle school days, the things that are holding you back. Many of us think about those things for a long time. As I mentioned just now, maybe something that happened in middle school. Many of us are still stuck there. And then, day after day, year after year, we just give up. We just give up because nothing is different. That tragedy is still looming over you every day. And you just say, I'm not going to deal with this anymore. Nothing has changed, and it's the same tragedy every day. But remember, when you are able to believe and really believe, you've got to get yourself to a place where you acknowledge your best self. It's not that person that you hear people say is not good enough. You believe that you are. You must believe you can't do this all alone. And the one thing, the one first and only thing that you must start with is to make a decision. Make a decision that you want to make a change and that you believe that you can, and you believe that this will make a difference in your life and maybe even in the lives of others. You can't hold back. You must believe in yourself wholeheartedly, and many of us will know that there is a greater power that exists that will guide us to making the change if we believe that we can. If we believe, we must believe and be available to take the next steps in moving forward. And don't forget, you don't want to keep that demon beside you, but you must know that that demon has been real and that demon exists. As your adversary would say, great, great, great. One more win. One more day with her. She thinking about making a change, but she hasn't done it yet because she knows that she's not enough. She's not good enough to play the piano or to write a book or any of those things we've been telling her that she can't do. We've got her. That's what your adversary says. But we're not going there. We must be stronger. Stronger than that adversary. We must fight our battles together. As you remember, we shared that there are more people, unfortunately, on this planet, more than you and I, who have faced some similar challenges and some hard times. And there are some of us who have made it through. And we may be able to help some others find their way to believing in themselves. We must fight our battles together, not alone. We're not going to go down, not down with the ship, not ever, not ever. And we aren't just going to give up in our workplace or in the community or in the place where you have met some of your biggest challengers. We are not giving up. You are the you. The you that has the strength, the you that has the power to make a change. If only you believe that you can. You are the one person that can make that happen. You're not going to go down with that ship. Know who you are and who you can become. Becoming is the growth, and that's about the change, the transformation. And as you look at yourself, even in the mirror or on your video, your light is shining, shining forward as you gain your confidence and your courage to focus. Focus on your position today and your goals that you have set in your life. The goals that you created for yourself so long ago, and some that you are still creating. You're still building until that adversary says those nasty things again. But you can get through these challenges and you can overcome the odds. There are millions of people who have done it. They've done it before, but not alone. There are so many options for you to even get out of that closet space and just give yourself a peek. Start with the peek at some sunshine, some fresh air, so that you can see the world of the steps for your belief to take you through to transformation. You can get through as you believe that you can. The world is waiting for you. The world that you see in your goals or in your future. Can you see it now? Can you see it right now? As we are on our way to moving forward. Moving forward is based on your belief. Belief holds the power. Belief holds the power to transform. And belief can transform your mind, shaping your mindset, how you think, your emotions, and your actions. Belief and transformation require your actions. And believing in yourself is why you can find a baseball player hitting home runs on a team, and you'll say, well, I wonder, they really just can do that all the time? Because they believe they can. Yes, practice in believing is required. The same with any person's, I'll use basketball or soccer, same things. They believe that they can. And that will make a big difference in the next phase of your life. Change is coming your way. But as much as you believe you can is the amount of change that you may see. If you only believe a little bit, I don't really have time to believe. I don't have time to think about positive things. You are going to still be stuck in that pain place. And that's not where you want to be, is it? That's not where we want to be. So we have made our decisions to make a change. You have got to be sincere for your own goodness. You have got to be sincere about making that change. Believe you can, and you will. Be well, my friends, and we are looking forward to helping you get deeper, deeper, deeper into the process and program that you can create specifically for you to bridge that gap from pain island to pleasure island. You can make the change that you believe in. I know because I've been there. That pain island was not a place that I wanted to stay. And that made me have to make a decision. A friend helped me by showing me the way and making me realize that it is and never will be someone, it will be my work and never will be someone else's work to make the change happen. Believe that you can. I believe that you can. Let's move together. Focus, focus, strength, and continue to grow. Moving from pain to Pleasure Island is your choice, your decision, and you can make a difference for yourself, in your life, and in the lives of others. Belief can lead to your transformation. It's real. It's real. And you don't have to tell your adversaries you're doing something different. Believe, take action. Change is coming. Yes, we can. Thank you so, so much. Today, as we are still loving on our mothers, we still wish that you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, Mother's Day, with your loved ones. And I'm thinking of my mom today. And I am absolutely sure that she is looking at me from heaven, and she is so pleased with what I share with you today. So let's give our moms a hand and remember, in your life, it is time now for you to make a decision and make a difference. Be well, friends. We'll find you every Sunday here on PowerTime. And of course, you can find Coach Sharon at powerinnursing.com, and of course, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. We're here, and we are going to provide a more extensive program relating to change and managing your stress. It's coming up soon. So you'll hear more from me this week about the timeline for, and summer is coming, timeline for the upcoming programs. We'll have masterclass coming first, and then we will start the programs for summer. And summer is coming. So we'll have some 4-week programs during summer. And we still love you. And we want to help you extend your self by believing that you can and that you will. We'll see you soon, and well, my friends, we'll have a wonderful, wonderful rest of my day with my sons, and it's been a great moment for me to share with you. Thank you for taking time, and really, my life is about helping you change your life. Thank you much, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye now.